So in 2025 FTI entrance exam, this is the question paper which we collected from various resources of our student. It is a one-year television cinematography program having 30 MCQ, 60 marks, 2-hour duration, and it was held in the post lunch because morning session was for 3-year program and afternoon session was in the post lunch. So coming to the compilation, compiled from students' recollection during the post exam discussion. Based on discussion with our student, we have collectively formulated what we believe to be correct answers. While we cannot guarantee 100% accuracy in this exact wording of the questions, but the version presented below are very close to what was asked in the actual examination. So question number 1. What is the full form of Waves Summit? It held in Nitambani Center in Bombay, and it is called World Audiovisual Entertainment Summit by NFDC. What is the aspect ratio of standard HD? So 16 by 9. So if you divide the 16 by 9, 1.78 is to 1. What is the AI platform? Which AI platform is developed by the Google to generate cinematic visuals? So these are the various options were given over there. And so Flow, DeepMind, Imagine 4, Film AI. So these are the various options you can easily find out. Pandit Bhimsen Joshi belongs to which gharana? Kirana gharana. In virtual projection, what does pixel pitch refer to? So the distance between the center of the adjacent pixel on an LED panel. So this affects the resolution and ideal viewing distance. So pixel pitch was also referred over there, one question. This was a little tricky. What amount of dB gain is equivalent to one stop of light? So in the video cameras earlier, there was a button where you could, in a low light condition, you can gain the sensor sensitivity. So one stop, two stop, something like that. 3 dB, 6 dB, 9 dB, that used to be there. So 6 dB is equal to one stop. A bit technical question. Those who don't understand will be incorrect marking will be done. In a room to capture the horizontal space, which technique should be used? Parallel track, dolly in, zoom, wide angle. So I think wide angle was the correct one. Name of the unit used to measure the incident light, foot candle or lux. So you need to choose the what was the alternative accordingly. Kumuddin Lakhia received the which award in 2025? Padma Bhushan. Again, who won the 50th Gyanpith Award in 2025? It was Vinod Kumar Shukla, who wrote the Naukar Ki Kameez novel, very famous novel. Mirror focus calculation. This was a bit tricky question because there was a point which could confuse anyone. So an object is placed 10 feet away from the mirror. So which means image will be also formed 10 feet behind the mirror in a virtual manner. While the camera is placed 8 feet in front of the mirror, which is a very, very important. So distance is 8 feet and the 10 feet behind the mirror. So total point at which the focusing has to be set is 18 feet. So if the object is 4 feet away from the camera, at what distance? This is not the correct one. So object could be, this was not the correct formulation. Correct formulation was if the subject and camera was 4 feet. So at what distance shall the camera need to be focused to gain a sharp image? So this point which is mentioned that camera and subject subject or maybe object, let's say for example, if there's a distance between the camera and subject or object is 4 feet, it has nothing to do with it. They could be 5 feet, 7 feet among each other. It doesn't matter. What matters is the distance of the object, which image is being formed in the mirror, and the distance of the camera and the mirror. So total distance is basically 10 feet and 8 feet. It becomes 18 feet. 18 feet is the correct answer. In focus, this is the way it need to be done. A very interesting question. Which aperture lets the least amount of the light? So least amount of the light would be not f16. It will be, no, sorry, f16 will be the cut down. You cut down the aperture. So in this particular case, it will be f16. F1.8 will let the maximum amount of light enter. DAM and MAM, media asset management, true or false was a question. So digital asset management was one, and media asset management. So there was a column one, column two. You need to match something like that. What can be done to achieve soft and blurry image? So is a depth of field question. So wide angle, sorry, wide aperture, full open aperture is the correct answer. So f1.8. Or you can also, if there is some other option were given, combination you can use. So it's basically depth of field question. In which year Doordarshan established? 1959. Very tricky question until unless you really know. By what meter can one measure the exposure? It's the incident light meter was the correct answer. Hard light give hard shadow and soft light give short shadow. Some true and false kind of question were asked there. One question was connected to the back focus or depth of focus. I'm not sure what exactly was the question. There was a one question connected with a neutral density filter. So neutral density filter, everybody knows, it cut down the intensity of light without affecting the color temperature of the light. So amount, they said they reduce the amount of light entering the lens without altering. Correct. This was the color correct answer. How do you shoot a micro drama? Again, it is a bit tricky because if you're not aware, then you will not be able to correctly use it. So various option is shot in a vertical format, pacing edit, multi-camera setup, long stable shots. So you need to Google it. I think it was a vertical format for social media and all that. That is called micro drama format. Used a unit used for incident light reading is basically either foot candle or lux. Very simple question. It's a post broadcast feature in a show like Friends. Friends is just an example I have given. It was not mentioned. Sitcom question might relate to recap, behind the scene, action replay. So it was recap was the correct answer most probably. But since the question is not correctly aware, we are aware of it, so we can't say which was the correct answer. Silhouette lighting, what happens? One question was connected with the silhouette formation of a image. So it has to do with that. So naturally, background has to be overexposed than the subject. What were the other alternative? We really do not know, so can't say. Sitcom definition was there. So what exactly was the sitcom connected with that? Again, a matching of sitcom with other thing. So sitcom is a drama with different character and reoccurring humorous situation. Statement 2, genre differs in a style and technique. So there were various alternatives which you need to match. What does the white balance do? So there was a one question connected to the white balance. So adjust the camera so that white appears white under different lighting conditions, daylight and tungsten. So these are 26 questions which we could figure it out. Rest 4 questions we really do not know. So we do not are able to tell you. There were descriptive questions like you need to attempt the 2 questions among the following. So cinematography or web series recently seen of an Indian film. You need to discuss that. So here there is a restriction that Indian film. What is the color grading and how does it help in a visual storytelling? So one question was with the color correction. Block diagram of DSLR explaining how it works. So DSLR camera functioning. It also had a question that in reference to the camera, its viewer eyes. You saw a play in the theater and want to make it in a film for it. What things will you do and how it will be different in the film shoot. So naturally, you can use the multi-camera setup, you can use the various magnifications, you can take a pause also, you can shoot in a bits and parts. There's a lot of things you could do. So very interesting question to figure it out, your understanding about shooting into a filmmaking shoot, which is done in a breaking manner. So this is it, and I hope it will be useful for you. Thank you very much for watching the program.